Hey, what's up? My name is Kristen. In today's video, I'm going to be planning out the week of the first, I don't even know what week, but I'm going to be planning out a week in my Erin Condren Family Organizer book. What? I don't know. That's weird. It's not a weekly planner, but we're just going to kind of figure it out. I'm going to show you what I've been doing, and I don't know. It's really fun, and I'm really loving it. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, well, I know it's weird, but I'm gonna show you how I've been using my Erin Condren Family Organizer book as a weekly planner. And I don't know, I really like it. So in the Erin Condren Family Organizer book, you've got all these very structured, it's a monthly planner, and then it's got these structured kind of like checklist pages that are very like school, extracurricular. And then you've got 4 blank lined notes pages, and then you've got a page for memories, 2 pages for memories, and then another lined page before the next month. I have been using those blank lined pages as weekly 1 page for a week. So like this is a whole week. This was October 3rd through the 9th. And I just listed out any of my events or appointments and all my different like to-do type things here. And I really liked it. And then the next week I did it the same exact way, but just with some washi here. And this was not a busy week at all. This was a fall break, and so there wasn't anything going on that week. We just chilled at home. And then the next week I did this where I just listed all my to-do list every day, kind of inspired by how I see a lot of people using the new Erin Condren compact vertical spread. That's a week on 2 pages, but it's like, you know, about this much. It's like a quarter of the page per day of an A5 size. And then it's just I see a lot of people just using it as like a task list for each day. And so I was inspired by that, and as well as like bullet journaling, like daily rapid logging. And so I did instead of like structuring out each day, I just did a header with the date and then did my tasks down until I was done. And then the next day I just started a new day, and then I just kept going, and I ended up only needing the 1 page for the whole week. And so I didn't like how this ended up looking. It wasn't as, you know, nice as I like simple and functional, but I also like it to look pretty, and there was no like planning ahead or anything. And so it wasn't as fun for me to do it this way, but I loved the function of just making lists, because my planning is very task-based and not schedule-based. I don't have a lot of meetings and events and things that I need to like keep track of times all the time. Every now and then I have like a lash appointment, or we'll have a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment, or I'll have, you know, 1 meeting here and there, but I never have stuff enough where I need a lot of schedule time. So then I think this is the winner. This is the new way that I have figured out that I really like it. And so here I just drew out some boxes with anything that I knew I needed to do on specific days. And then I just started making a list. And then I wrote out our meals over here. And then you can see here, I've got a bunch of stickies, but there's nothing under the stickies. So I didn't end up needing this whole space, but if it was a busy week, maybe I would. Maybe if it's a busy week, I can just draw the boxes bigger. If I know I have different like appointments and things that aren't gonna fit here. But for the most part, this is what my week usually is. This is just every now and then I've got something going on, and then I just make a list of all my to-dos, and then I can check them off as I go. And then the meals over here, this is even gonna kind of be changing a little bit too. So I have here, these are white Post-it notes that I have printed on. This is a freebie from, I wanna say Plan with B. If it's not Plan with B, then it's probably Sterling ink. I'll link it below. I'll link the I think you sign up for the newsletter or something. I will link you to however you get to that to sign up to get access to the freebies. So I do love having a calendar available. I know a lot of people don't like the mini calendar. I like it, I want it, I need it. And so I printed it on the sticky so I could just move it to each day. And I thought that was nice. And then I also have here some stickies that I designed and printed. And this one is my YouTube queue, the things that I am filming this week. And actually I have filmed some of these already. This is a new one. The other one I was just working with, I just filled up, so it's done. And so that fits there. And then this is a cleaning checklist for the month. And I have here columns for the week and the tasks that are recurring tasks. And in parentheses, it's just the frequency of how many times. Like I need to clean the kitchen 4 times, which means, you know, this should have a check mark in each thing, right? And I can go over that more deeply in another video if you're interested in that. It's just something that's been working a little better for me lately. As far as like a cleaning checklist and schedule. And what's nice is I can move these as I go and I don't have to like write them down every time. And so this is kind of what we're gonna do. This is 1.5 inches, which is the standard vertical width of a planner sticker and stuff. So if I wanted to use stickers, I could. We're gonna plan out week 45. I don't have week 44 done yet, but I have planned that out in another planner, so I don't necessarily think I need to do it. I might end up just using that page that week as a checklist, because this is a week before we're traveling and I don't want to miss anything. So I might end up just using that page as a checklist and not like a schedule list. And so let's go ahead and move some of these stickies out of the way. This is an Erin Condren sticky. It's just got the week, and I had that there in case I needed to fill anything out. Like to pre-plan, and that's kind of what all these are for. And if I don't use them in this week, I'll just move them to the next week, which really I should probably go ahead and put them there now. That's fine, I'll just leave them here. And then this was a Post-it sticky from Shine Sticker Studio, and this was like a purpley pink color. I just colored it with a marker just to make it match better with the November color. And then I just filled in the dates so that I would know what's going on. So let's go ahead and draw out what we're gonna do here. And so I am going to do, I'm just gonna put some dots at a little, like 1/16 over 1.5. So 1 and 9/16, just so I can have some breathing room in case I want to put a sticker down, but I'm not going to. I'm probably not going to put a sticker down. And I'm just going to put little dots here and there so that I can line up and draw a straight line. I think I'm gonna put washi up at the top. You see I have plenty of space up there, and I'm just gonna use this gold Mid-Century Circles washi from Erin Condren, and I'm just gonna lay it up here at the top. What I like about this is that I can kind of still be creative, but not, I can customize it to be exactly what I need for that week. And I don't know, I just like it. I mean, of course I don't like how that really turned out, but that's one of the drawbacks, I guess, to doing your own thing, is that sometimes it's not gonna be exactly perfect and you just have to be okay with that. And I'm just gonna count down 4 lines for each day, and that will give me exactly 7 days. So I can write out the Monday through Sunday. And then, you know, if you're a Sunday start person, you can just make it a Sunday start. Monday is the 7th. So I'm just gonna write it in. What I did, let's do a little bit of color. Let's use this green. This is an Erin Condren dual tip focused marker. And I like these because the focused ones have a chisel tip. And so let's use my KDK Plans and Chrissy Ann Designs stencil as a little guide here. And let's just put like a highlight line at the top, and then I can write over top of that with my pen and say the date and the day of the week. Okay, so this is it. This is already laid out. And then let's go ahead and look at my monthly and see what I need to write in. We have no school on Tuesday, and I need to do a haircut for my son. Oh, I can write the tennis thing too. So the way I've been doing that I really like is using these little check boxes as a guide, and then I'm just making like a bullet point basically, and I can check these off if I need to, or I can put an arrow if something isn't happening that day, and then I know I need to move it to the next day. Let me look at, I will look at it in here. So this is the other reason why I need to figure out. I have 3 planners, 3 monthly spreads, and I had to like basically write everything down in all 3 planners because I was constantly, I couldn't remember where my monthly plans were. And so I went ahead and just wrote it in all of them, and I want it all in one book. I'm so over having all these different books, and I'm like missing stuff because I'll write it in one book and then forget to write it in the other ones. And it's just, I will miss stuff because it was in one book and not the other. And it's really important to me to have it all in one book. And there's nothing wrong with using more than one planner. If I could use 20 planners and not go crazy, I would. I love planners. Someone commented recently when I was talking about this on Instagram, and they were like, there's nothing wrong with using more than one planner. And duh, I know that. That's for sure. Like, I love planners, and I would never criticize anyone for using more than one planner. It's just not how my brain works. And so I really need to have something where everything is in one book so I'm not missing things, because yeah, it's really important to not miss things, and that's the whole reason we use planners. And if I don't know that there's something in a different book because I wrote it down real quick in one book and then forgot about it, and then I look at the other planner instead of that one, I'm missing things, and it's just, that's not how it's going to work for me. So here I'm going to write, I don't know, I was going to write pay tennis. Yeah, I'll just write pay tennis, because that will be due on that day. And then Tuesday is no school, and we're gonna go out. I'm gonna vote that day. I'm gonna take my kid with me, and so while we're out, we're also gonna get him a haircut. And so I'm just gonna write, because the thing that is really important to do on that day is to vote. Super important. And then I'm gonna write haircut in the task list, because in case for some reason he doesn't want to go with me that day or whatever, I will still know that it needs to get done later that week. The 10th is my lash appointment, which is at 11 a.m. and I'm just going to write lashes. This is something I would have normally just written the lash appointment, because it's always at 10:30, but this day it's going to be at 11, and so I needed to actually write the time on there. And Friday is I have a bill due. I'm just going to write pay Google. And my phone thought I was talking to it. Okay, and then also at 1 p.m. we have qualifying for the Brazilian Grand Prix. So oh wait, not on Friday. Yes, on Friday. See, this is every time there's a sprint weekend, it gets me. Friday is qualifying, and qualifying on a sprint weekend is the order that the cars get to line up for the sprint. And then the sprint is at 1:30 on Saturday, when qualifying usually is. And then the sprint determines the grid for lights out, which is the race on Sunday. Usually you've got practice, there's 3 practice sessions, a qualifying session, and then the race. And so Friday is the first 2 practice sessions, Saturday is the last practice, and then qualifying, and then Sunday is the race. But a sprint weekend is different, and so it's something that I never can understand. I can't ever wrap my head around it. And then I don't really have space to write GP for Grand Prix, but maybe I'll put my little Grand Prix. Let's do that. Let's use the little sticker. I have these really adorable Formula One flag stickers from Sari May 3. They're the cutest little black and white checkered flag, so I'll just put that there since I couldn't fit GP for Grand Prix. All right, so those are the things like on my schedule that day. And everything else is literally just going to be a checklist, and so I don't even need to put anything there, but what I am gonna do is write my list for the meals that I plan to have that week. And oh man, this is different too. If you've watched any of my meal planning videos where I plan meals for the month, I plan it for each day. And I'm kind of changing it up a little bit. Just how me and my son like eat our food. He doesn't like to eat leftovers. It's like a texture thing for him. And I just can't eat all the leftovers myself. I have other dietary needs, and so it's just, we're wasting a lot of food, and food is just too expensive to waste. And so I'm just, we think something has to change. I'm just gonna write meal plan in here. And so what we're gonna start doing is, we always had Fridays were fend for yourself and Saturdays were pizza. And then we had like other types of meals each night, like chicken on Tuesday, meatless on Monday, that kind of thing. What we're gonna do instead is we're still gonna have our fend for yourself and our pizza night, but we're also gonna have breakfast for dinner night and taco night. Every Tuesday will be just regular old crunchy white people tacos, because we know we love them, and it's not a big deal. That's something, taco meat and refried beans is something that my son will eat leftover. So anything with that is like easy for him to have for the rest of the week, like on fend for yourself night or whatever. Or if he doesn't feel like having breakfast for dinner, then he can eat tacos left over. It's just, yeah. And then breakfast for dinner is easy because it's usually just gonna be like eggs or breakfast tacos or something that we can whip up real quick. And we always have eggs in the house. It's just, you know, it's easy and it's something I don't really have to think about. And it's something that's not gonna have any leftovers, and I can control, like, it's not like a recipe that's gonna serve 6 people, you know? So those are like the 4 basic nights, but then there's 3 more nights each week where we will work out our whole meal plan. And so I'm just gonna basically make a list of 3 meals that we can make that week on a night that if we don't feel like having whatever that night, these are meals that I will have bought the ingredients for in addition to what we normally do. And let's see what it is going to be that week. I hope this makes sense. It's a thing. I don't know. Well, my camera shut off and I don't know if you got to hear me explain Frito pie, but some people call it walking tacos, like at carnivals or fairs or whatever. It's like where they cut the bag of Fritos open and then they put like taco toppings, like taco meat and that kind of stuff on it, and then you can eat it out of the bag while you're walking. Okay, well in Texas, it's Frito pie. We just pour Fritos in a bowl, put hot chili on top, cheese, sour cream, onions, whatever you like on your chili, and then that's it. You eat it and you love it and you love your life because you're getting to eat Frito pie that night. And then we're also gonna do mac and cheese with smoked sausage. And I don't have room for sausage on my list, but that's okay. And then the other thing that we can make that week is sheet pan sausage, which is Italian sausage. And I know that's sausage twice in a week, but you know, we're gonna survive, it's okay. The smoked sausage we buy is basically hot dogs because I buy turkey smoked sausage. And that's essentially just a big hot dog. So it's like mac and cheese with hot dogs in it. So sheet pan sausage. And so I don't know what days we're gonna have those. It's just basically however we feel. If I remembered to thaw out the sausage or whatever, those are things we can choose from, and I will check it off on, you know, whatever day we eat it. And look, that's it. That is literally it. And how long could I make this video for literally just writing that? This like thing here will go there that week. I don't really like this and I'm not gonna do it again. I think I will probably print out another freebie or make one. I've made my own, I have them here. And that will have to go here too. This is a cleaning checklist like I showed you. And this will be my YouTube queue. This one I'm actually not gonna do. I will probably have filmed all my videos for November by then because I'm traveling this month and so I'm doing stuff ahead of time. So I don't even think I'm gonna be filming this week. So we'll see what happens at the end of the week before if I need to add a YouTube queue sticky there. So anyway, that is it for me. I know this is super weird. I will walk you through how I used the rest of my book. I think in another video. Maybe it's already been, maybe you've already seen it. I don't know. I don't know what order these are going in. Like I said, I'm filming stuff ahead of time. But anyhow, that's it for me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really liked it, please consider subscribing because I do post Plan With Me videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so if you like this one, there's probably other videos on my channel that you will like. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.